We at thealtar.com are the best destination storytellers in the world. It is here that travelers, travel agents, travel writers, bikers, anybody and everybody who loves to travel or is associated with travel come together. And it is here that people who are passionate about taking that one step out, who yearn to go to a destination, meet new people, see new things. Thealtar.com is all about speaking to such people. You also get to see places that you could have only seen in, say, a movie, postcards, magazines. It is here that you get to speak to people who are experts in those destinations, who can actually tell you what are the things that you can actually do in these places. Thealtar.com is also a place which taps into that explorer in you. Today, with us, we have Sushila Nair, a traveler, a travel writer, a photographer. She has worked extensively over the last 2 decades as a journalist, working for numerous magazines and publications, contributing her photographs and her articles on destinations and her travels all over the world. Today she spent some time with us in speaking to us about Munnar, a destination in Kerala that's a place that is very, very close to her heart. So let's not waste any further time and get right in and speak to Sushila Nair right here on thealtar.com. Morning, Sushila.
Good morning, Anand.
Wonderful to have you on the show today. Could we just start by sort of introducing yourself so that our listeners could also have a listen as to what you're going to share today?
Yeah, I'll just introduce myself briefly.
Yeah.
I've been a food, travel, lifestyle writer and photographer for the past 2 decades.
Wow. Okay.
I've been doggedly pursuing my twin professions, which are close to my heart.
Okay.
And my articles on food, travel, lifestyle, photography, environment and ecotourism have been published in more than 30 reputed publications. And also portals, travel portals also.
Okay.
Then I have also I've taken up special projects. Like I've been the consulting editor for Karnataka Heritage, a quarterly magazine of Karnataka State Tourism Development Corporation. I've also compiled and edited KCDC Directory of Karnataka's Resorts. Then I've authored the book on the great outdoors of Karnataka, highlighting adventure sports and outdoor activities, which was published by Jungle Lodges and Resorts during their 25th anniversary.
Oh, very nice.
Then I was also the consulting editor of Jungle Tales, published by JLR during their 30th anniversary.
So you've been closely working with the Karnataka Tourism and Karnataka Tourism Board and Jungle Lodges. Very interesting.
Then I was also the consulting editor of Jungle Tales, published by JLR during their 30th anniversary. Because their MD had approached me during the 25th anniversary and also 30th anniversary.
Very interesting.
Then I have co-authored, besides these, I've co-authored and contributed images and content for the travel section of 3 coffee table books. On Kerala, 2 books on Karnataka and 1 book on Kerala published by Stark World Publishing.
Very interesting.
So it was very interesting because I had to travel to Kerala for that book, I spent 85 days in Kerala covering all the hill stations in Kerala.
My God.
And also the backwaters and then Trichur and Palghat district. There.
Wow.
There.
So, Sushila, in the publications where you've sort of your articles have come out, these would be leading publications like Deccan Herald and likewise, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that is very interesting.
So, then also I have provided content and images for Karnataka Traveler, the guidebook by Karnataka Tourism and brochures also to Karnataka Tourism. Then I've also fast-checked the travel section of Karnataka for DK International Travel Guide in India.
Okay.
It's a guidebook there.
Okay.
And besides that, I do photography. So my images have been used in several brochures, calendars, catalogs, books, posters, mailers, newspapers, audio visuals, and press ads.
Okay.
Then I also have an organization called SN Communications, under the banner of which I organize some events. And I've organized events like 5 editions of the seminar on the great outdoors, highlighting adventure sports and responsible and sustainable ecotourism. Then I've curated and organized 5 editions of the photo exhibition on the great outdoors. Then curated and organized 2 editions of the photo exhibition on UNESCO World Heritage Sites in India and abroad in 2015 and 17.
Okay.
Then last year I curated the photo exhibition on fairs, festivals and rituals of India in December. Then I was also the Karnataka State Coordinator for the 3rd, 4th, 5th and 6th edition of the Ladli Media Awards there.
Okay.
Organized by UNFP and Population First there.
My God. Okay. So
Then I handle the publicity of some prestigious events like Image Tech, an international photo trade and industry exhibition, Art for Peace and Indo-Pak photo exhibition.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Very interesting. Very interesting. So, Sushila, today you're basically going to talk to us about a hill station in Kerala, which is Munnar, and which is something that which you've obviously visited and you're pretty passionate about as a destination. So could you tell us a little more about the destination, Sushila, about the place, about the people, the food, and how does one get there, and likewise?
Yeah. Idukki district is one of the most beautiful districts of Kerala.
Okay.
And it has got 4 hill stations.
Okay.
And Munnar, Munnar is very close to my heart.
Okay.
And as you enter a green carpet, you get a green carpet welcome. And fragrance of tea assaults your senses.
Okay.
And the most beautiful thing is you see different shades of green there.
Oh. Okay.
And besides that, exploring the town is also a delight. Because as you enter the town, you will find perched on 3 hills, hillocks overlooking the center of the town, 3 major religious places of worship. Murugan Temple, Mount Carmel Church and Muslim Jamaat. It testifies to the communal harmony here and the secular nature there. Or if you stand in one place, you see all the 3 in a line there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Munnar also has to his credit India's first tea museum. Now, of course, you have in other places.
Yeah.
The first one was started in Munnar.
Okay.
You'll find photos, curios, a mini tea manufacturing unit and tea tasting.
Okay.
It offers glimpses of different aspects of tea processing.
Okay.
There.
Okay.
There.
Okay.
There. Then another interesting thing is the drives out of Munnar are very unique. See, you'll come across Kolkumalai. It's in the upper reaches of Tamil Nadu's Theni district, and it is located at 7,900 feet above sea level.
Wow.
And it is claimed to be the world's highest tea plantation, churning the most flavorsome tea in the market. And they don't follow the CTC; they follow the orthodox tea processing, which gives Kolkumalai tea a special flavor, and it's also because of the high altitude there.
Okay, so it must be a pretty priced sort of a variety of tea, right? It must be quite expensive.
Yeah, it is very different from. It is one of the best teas I've tasted.
Okay,
there.
okay.
But what you get in the town is not as tasty as this, because it's made by a different method. And they say the higher you go, the tastier the tea becomes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then another unique thing is Munnar is within driving access to many national parks like Iravikulam National Park, Chinnar Wildlife Sanctuary, and then Madikatta and Shola, Anamuli Shola, Pambadam Shola, Kurinjimala Sanctuary. And Iravikulam is one of my favorite places. Why it is unique is that it shelters 1/3 of the world's population of Nilgiri Tar. It's a highly endangered animal.
Okay.
You can follow the nimble-footed wild goats gamboling up and down the slopes. And once in 12 years, you'll find cascades of Neelakurunji blossoms there.
Okay.
It flowers only in one. Last flowering was seen in 2018.
Okay.
And also, Iruvikulam has got the highest peak on Anamudi, that is 8,841 feet.
Okay.
Is the highest peak south of the Himalayas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then another place within driving distance is Marayur, Kerala's largest natural sandal plantation there.
Okay. Okay.
And Chinnar is equally interesting.
Okay.
And the main attraction of Chinnar Wildlife Sanctuary is the grizzly giant squirrel and the endangered tortoise. And you will find dolmens. Dolmens are some chambers, small surface chambers made out of granite and other things there.
Oh, okay.
And quite close to that, you will find Kantalur village. It's known for its luscious apples, sugarcane fields, and terrace cultivation.
Okay.
And there are other places, the other drives out of Munnar are interesting, especially the ones leading to Matapatti Dam, Kundale, Top Station. At Echo Point, you can screen your lungs out. And at this place and cruise in the backwaters in the Matapatti Dam.
Okay. Yeah. Very, very interesting. And how does the cuisine change at Munnar? Is there something specific, or is it the regular Kerala
cuisine? No, it is like
cuisine?
any other place.
Okay.
Only any other place.
Okay,
there.
all right.
Nothing different.
Nothing different about it.
Yeah,
okay, I remember the last time I'd gone to Munnar, I've been there only once. I got to see this Kathakali show that was put up by the local community out there. It was a different experience all by itself.
What show was that?
A Kathakali experience.
Kathakali, okay.
Yes. So we stayed at a homestay, and it was a different experience all by itself. So that's one thing that really struck me about the place that is Munnar. Okay, very nice. So, is there anything else that you would want to add, Sushila, about the destination, and say how is it different from, say, any other hill station like, say, an Ooty or a Kodaikanal?
No, the residents of Munnar, they take care of their place. Plastic is banned, totally banned there. Yes.
Okay.
Totally banned, and that's one of the most interesting things there.
Okay.
And they don't, even vehicles are not allowed to some places there.
Okay. Into some places in Munnar. Very interesting.
Yeah, there.
Fine. So, would you want to add anything more, Sushila, about this destination?
I think I've told you most of it there.
Yeah.
And there are many interesting homestays, resorts.
Okay.
And also hotels also there. There.
Okay. Good.
So for people who, to suit every wallet, every person's budget, there are different ranges of hotels.
Okay.
There.
Great. So, fine, Sushila. It was really nice talking to you and having.
Thank you very much, Anand.
Yeah, and sharing information about Munnar. That will be really sort of helpful to travelers alike. So, I will be in touch with you for more destinations that you've covered. So,
yeah, sure.
Thanks a lot again. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Anand.
Bye.